When it comes to our home, we often wait until something goes wrong before taking action. And as you may have heard earlier, it can be hard to get homeowners insurance or make good on a claim if your roof has not been maintained. And Kelly and Stephanie Kelly from 314 Roofing Solutions join me to share how catching small issues now can save you from big headaches later, especially when storm season rolls in. Andy and Stephanie, you are a husband-wife team, so this is definitely a family-owned business. Over 1,100 verified 5-star Google reviews from local homeowners who love what you do, and that kind of fits in your wheelhouse because you came from the restaurant and hospitality business.
That's right. I spent the majority of my early career opening up new stores and various restaurants, really focused on customer service, and that's where I was lucky enough to meet my beautiful wife at one of the restaurants we worked at together after she graduated, and kind of stumbled my way into the roofing industry. And that's really where a lot of our practices that we implement in terms of systematic processes came from.
Yeah, all right, the roof. It's one of those things that's out of sight, out of mind. Most of us pay no attention to it at all, but we need to. And oftentimes when something else is happening in the house, we don't understand that it actually started with a weak spot in the roof. That happened with your sister-in-law.
That's right. So her sister, my sister-in-law, actually many years ago bought a really nice home in the Woodlands from a very reputable builder. And a couple years or a year or so after they moved in, our niece started having some real health issues, and they couldn't quite put their finger on it. And systematically, they went through and decided to open up some walls near their near the bedroom and the bathroom. And what they found was an explosion of mold. And as they traced back, now they've identified the problem where it came from. It came from something as simple as a roofer cutting a corner with ventilation, and it caused moist air to be pressurized into these walls. So for us, when we talk about the dangers of what can happen, preventative maintenance, it does hit home.
Yeah, and Stephanie, a lot of times when people make the phone call is when, tree crashed into the roof, right, and that it's compromised, or when they have a big gusher after a hurricane or something. But really, it's also about maintenance. If you keep up on maintenance, you can avoid a lot of these little things.
Absolutely. Yes, homeowners do not realize that you have to maintain your roof, and just doing it yearly can save you thousands of dollars in damage every year.
So routine maintenance, as you mentioned, can save you a lot of money in the long run, can detect and fix problems early, and little problems. So you take care of those little things and it stops those big things, as you mentioned. All right. One of the reasons why people put some things off, when you own a home, after you buy the home, there's still cost associated with it, right?
That's right.
They'll go cost. But this is one of those things that you're protecting all the contents inside that house as well, but you realize that there's pressure on people to keep up with things. So you try to make it affordable.
That's right. A lot of it is about education of knowing. Most homeowners that we deal with these type of issues honestly had no idea that they needed to maintenance their roof. So when you have air conditioners, you need to change the filters. When you have grass in your lawn, you got to mow it every once in a while. But in terms of a roofing system, it's only as strong as the weakest link. So all homes have these little PVC pipes that stick out. You can see them from your backyard or the side of your yard, and they're only sealed with a little bit of caulking. So as it relates to hurricane preparedness, one of the things most homeowners know to do is stock up on water, let's get some canned goods, let's get batteries for the flashlights. But they don't think about what can I do at minimal cost to ensure that when, not if, the storms come through, that we're not going to be one of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people all calling in for emergency roof repairs.
Yeah, and as we know, that puts pressure on, and they're like, they can't come out for several weeks. That's because you got thousands of people asking. All right. Some of us think that we can get up on the roof and take care of this ourselves. We can look for gaping holes or whatever. And the problem is, oftentimes, we don't see what you see.
That's correct, yeah. And do you want to get on the roof with the pitch and the story? You probably shouldn't. Are you trained, right? But you might not notice these seals aren't completely sealed, and that's really important for the maintenance aspect of it.
Yeah. So. And then oftentimes people think, well, our house was just built not too long ago. Still, we've got extreme temperatures in Houston. We've got the humidity, the heat, sometimes the extreme cold. All those things can do a number even on a new roof.
That's right. Well, you sound like the expert. I got to take some notes from you.
I have been through it. That's why I actually was that girl that got up on the roof and went, this looks horrible. What's going on? Right. We saw some of the tiles peeled up, some discoloration. We couldn't see it from down here, but that's some of the telltale signs that you all will look at to see if things need to be fixed as well. And again, sometimes you can fix the small area as opposed to a whole new roof and extend the life of your roof.
To that point, one of the most common responses we get from people when we try to educate them about the dangers of this is something in regards to, well, my home is only fill in the blank, 4 years old, 5 years old, but those seals, there's no such thing as 5-year, 10-year caulking.
Yeah.
They just need to be maintenance, and whether you do it yourself or you have a professional, you want to see the results.
Yeah, and in one house we were in, it turned out that it was a raccoon who just decided to dig his way in. So sometimes you have that happen, and that can happen on a new home as well. And you all have special tools that we probably don't have in our toolbox.
Yeah, we use a few different technology items to help us during the inspection process. We use moisture meters, we use endoscopic cameras, but one of our favorites are black lights. So what the naked eye can't detect, sometimes this thermal imaging or black light can pick up. And typically when we see issues or evidence that there's moisture, we can now trace it down. Water is very lazy. It always takes the path of least resistance. So we just ask ourselves, if we were water, where would we go from
and it's
here?
Sneaky too.
That's right. It can be very sneaky. So the black light allows us to be able to determine what is the extent of the damage, but it also allows us to highlight for the client and the homeowner exactly what the width of the problem is.
Yeah. One of the things that's also very important for you all is community engagement, and you have fun with it.
For sure. You know, we take our business very seriously, but we don't take ourselves that seriously. And quite frankly, if you ask me, roofing is not exactly the most exciting topic around any dinner table.
You make it exciting though, because you have like these big green hats that you have your clients put on after they've gotten a job. Look at that right there. That is so funny. I love that. This huge hat. I actually got a chance to put that hat on as well. It was okay. And then there's some other customers. They have fun with it. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. I got the glasses. I got the glasses right there. Your logo is a man with the big green hat. How did that come about?
Well, it's not the customers and our clients. Really, we're the side effect. We have almost 40 people that work in our office, and when these people are working hard behind the scenes, we found that over the years they don't get to have as much of the engagement with the client.
Yeah.
It isn't real to them to see the families we're serving. So all of our clients, we invite them to take a picture with their choice of either the green hat or glasses, but it goes on our Hall of Fame board, so all of our team members can see that we're out there serving real people.
Yeah. Now we saw your logo there just a second ago, and I was just going to say I was going to suggest maybe having a variety of logos, but perhaps this girl right here could be one of your logos. See, she means business. Her arms are crossed. She's got tattoos and the whole bit.
You're hired.
All right.
There you go.
I'm going to end with one of your Google reviews. Jason says 314 was the most professional roofing company. From the estimate to finish, they were attentive, quick, and transparent. They tore my roof down to the studs and built it back up in a single day. Not to mention fixing an old patio overhang and improving ventilation. I would absolutely recommend them to friends and family. So it doesn't get any better than that.
No, we've been blessed with some great clients over the years to be able to serve.
Because of good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appointments are filling up fast with people trying to get in before the next storm. Right now, 314 Roofing is offering a special offer for the next 30 days. Receive $50 off your roof maintenance and $100 off any qualified repair work when you mention Great Day Houston. To schedule your appointment, call 832-780-3277. Again, that number is 832-780-3277, or visit their website at 314roofing.com.